Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia season 4 episode 13. I'm glad to be there to watch an episode of My Hero Academia, but today I just have the time to watch one episode. And you know, normally for my sessions of binge watching, I'm watching 2 episodes at a time. It's already rough, you know, when it's finishing with a big cliffhanger. So imagine right now the fact that I can just watch one episode and we are into the middle of a big fight between Dekku and Overhaul, so it's killing me a little the fact that I can just do stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, it's the Christmas holidays and I need to have a life also. I need to do other stuff than filming, editing, publishing, you know, stuff like that. So that's it, just one episode today. That's already great, that's already cool. I know also my chance, the fact that I can binge watch all of this anime just like that. I know that you guys, each time you had to wait for entire weeks, you know, to have one new episode, but also between seasons you had to wait a lot. I know my chance, I'm not complaining, just a little. Because really, like, if during this episode we are ending this fight, that's gonna be great. Like, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be at peace. If we are finishing it like we finished the last one, if you want to see my reaction video about the last episode, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. If we are finishing it like that, I'm gonna die, like, that's it. The situation is so bad right now, guys, if you think about it, like, Night Eye is so hurt, can he survive to that? And what he said before, like, I'm beginning to think that he sacrificed himself on purpose, he knew that he could die and all. And we have Mirio who lost his quirk. Do I need to talk about it again? Like, do I need to tell you again how painful, horrific, meaningful it is? That thing, you know, to lose your quirk, for me, it's like to lose a part of your identity, a part of yourself, all of your dreams for your future. Like, for someone like Mirio, it seems so awful, you know, like, really, it's making me feel uncomfortable and all of that. I made the comparison with the demon, you know, in his Dark Materials, to be cut with your demon, how it is, how much it's painful, but also how much it's meaningful and awful when you think about it. And right there, for me, it's a little the same for the quirk. And Mirio, okay, he doesn't have his quirk, but he's also badly hurt, like he can't even walk. He was supposed to save the girl, and in fact, no, he can't. And we have Eri, who came back and was ready to give herself again to Overhaul, just to be sure that these 3, they would be okay, that Overhaul would repair them. But Dekku, he said, no, you're not gonna do that, that's it. Like, I gave up on you once, I'm not gonna do that twice. It's awful, it's truly awful. We have the other guys who are coming, you know, like, and I never forget about them. I never forget about the Dragon Lady and Tsu and Ochako who were outside. Like, you saw it during all of these episodes about this attack. I was like, okay, we have different groups. Maybe, in fact, we're gonna spend one entire episode with each different groups. And I never forget also that we have Tamaki on the ground, you know, like he fell. I didn't forget also about Kirishima and Fat Gam. Like, really, I'm thinking about each one of them. So right there, to have these ones coming, you know, from out there, I was surprised, like, okay, right now, but I was not surprised because I thought that I would have some news about them at some point. So that can be great, that can be cool. I think that the girls, you know, they can take care of Eri, Mirio, Night Eye and all, while maybe the Dragon Lady and Dekku, they're gonna continue to fight with Overhaul. It would be so great. Don't forget also the fact that we have Toga and Twice watching that, you know, at least not intervening, and the fact that they were supposed to be there to help this Yakuza group, but at the same time we know that the League of Villains, they have other intentions, and maybe it was about that, you know, about not doing anything and letting them being taken like that by the cops. But Toga, she said that they could do something which would make Shigaraki happy, and I'm like, that's it, she already took the blood of 2 persons, including Eraser. That's so bad. Maybe she's gonna go for Deku's blood. It would be the worst, but right now she has the possibility to do it, and even more because of all of the blood that he lost during this fight. We'll see. But see, I think that this fight can continue for more than 1 episode, and that can be only bad, you know, for me, because it means that it's gonna finish on a big cliffhanger and I'm not gonna have the end of it right now. We'll see. Overall, you know, can he find a way to escape? I really don't think so. Like, with all of the heroes, you know, outside and all, he would need someone with another quirk than the ones that we saw right now to escape, you know, like, remember the big owl guy, you know, the big black owl guy? This one right there could help him, but except for that, I don't know. Eri, maybe I put too much hope, you know, on this girl, meaning that we know that she has the same quirk than Overhaul, that is truly her father, meaning that she's also the granddaughter of the boss of that Yakuza group. Maybe I put too much hope on her, like the fact that they have the same quirk, I was like, maybe you can help, you know, you can repair Night Eye and Dekku for sure, but maybe also you can do it for Mirio, and maybe you can give his quirk back to Mirio, because if her blood can erase a quirk, maybe it can give it back, you know, also to that person. And I still think that it could work, but she's just a kid, she doesn't know how to use her quirk truly. Like, all of them, they trained for entire years to use their quirks well, so clearly she can't do it for now. But I don't give up on that theory that maybe at some point it can happen. I would love that so much. I have the impression that this quirk, you know, being able to create and also destroy people, you know, to repair them, to give a quirk and to erase it, it's almost like the original quirk, you know, like it's really a creation quirk, like it's almost a god quirk, do you understand what I mean? And yes, also like the original quirk at the beginning of everything, how people began to have quirks, do you understand what I mean? I have the impression that it's something like that also. Okay, I'm gonna stop this introduction right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want on my Patreon, you have 4 episodes of advance, and you have extended reaction part, which are already interesting with, you know, really scenes I'm letting them go and I'm not playing with opacity. And for the big episodes, I'm putting 4 reaction part videos, in fact. And clearly, for all of this fight, I put only 4 reaction part videos because it was so great, it was so cool. So if you want to have that, you have my Patreon, and it's also the best way to support me if you want and if you can. It can be truly useful, truly appreciated. So if you want and if you can, thank you in advance. And I'm sorry also for maybe my voice, which is a little different than usually. I'm still a little sick with my nose, you know, being blocked like that, being stuffed. I think that in US, you know, in English, you're saying being stuffed. I'm sorry for that, it's like that. Let's go for this episode. Just one. Today I can just watch 1 episode. So, we saw that moment with Dekku? Can't remember. Nah. Okay, so back with the fight. It was Toga? Right there, she saved you, Toga. She sent you help. Videos, okay. They're not dead! They're not dead! Can you do something, Eri? Is she dead? So it's really your granddaughter, but it's not your daughter! I was right? I was fucking right about it! But their quirks really close. He investigated more her quirk than really took care of her. To rewind? No, not time, not to rewind time. Yes! No! Which means that they're all gonna be okay, that Mirio is still gonna have his quirk. I didn't understand what she said. She's not gonna rewind time, right? I'm confused! Oh. You're already more dead for her than this one was. You're our hero with Mirio. Dekku, you did that? Or maybe she did that? No, she doesn't! Not even your daughter, I was right! No. Ojaku. Like, he's predicting that Dekku is gonna die. Like, there is no other option. That's it, because you said so, because you saw that. No! You can be wrong. Only you can do it. Thanks to her, I think. Yes, we know it. Yes, yes. Ah, she rewind people like they would be without their quirk. Like, with Mirio's cape. You can deal with it? You're asking her the question. Something that you never did. You don't know her real power because she never showed it to you fully. No, that's not her. You missed him so much. That's why she can hurt herself or maybe more hurt you without knowing it, without wanting it, like Dekku was hurting himself without wanting it. Not you! It's not even to prove a point and to be the best that you want to erase quirks of heroes, you know, that's what I thought. It's just for money! You know, they are not fighting for a cause, their cause or their group, you know, for money! You didn't kill him, we saw him, you know, on that hospital bed, like... Huh? You think that he's gonna be proud of you? No! All of what you're doing is against his values. You're nothing in comparison of Dekku. You have no family, no friends, no values, you know, like really truly nothing. Oh wow! You never did that before, Dekku. You're not a student anymore and you're not just an hero now! You're legendary, my dear! You're wrong! You're so wrong! He's there! You can be wrong! It's so cool! It means it can be the case for allmight. He's not gonna die. No. Always checking. No, I don't see him right there. It's a preview. I'm not watching previews. First, I'm so glad because you know that today I can just watch one episode and I was afraid, you know, of this episode finishing with a big cliffhanger and all. And no, it's finishing with the end of this fight. I'm not gonna have to wait, you know, to have it and oh, it's so cool, it's so great. And this episode was so cool, was so great. I'm feeling so proud of Dekku. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by what he can do, like really. Right there, Eri was such a booster, you know, for him, for his quirk. And that was really like using his quirk Dekku, it can hurt him and he had so many issues with it, but having her on him, he didn't have all of these issues, so he knew that he could go 100% with his quirk, and he tried so many different stuff and so many big amazing stuff. Like I said, you know, during the episode itself, right there, it's not just a student who is so great, you know, that is an equal to all of the heroes right there who trained for so long, and him is coming and he's suddenly so perfect. No, what he just did, it was truly legendary. Like, can you imagine into the sky right there against that big villain, you know, the boss of the villains, you know, into this attack? Dekku, what he just did in front of everyone, and just like that, you know, and he's a kid, he's a student, like, it's legendary. What he just did, like, I can't even talk, like, it's amazing, it's so cool. I'm sorry for the beginning of this episode, you know, when Overhaul was talking about Eri's quirk, I was so lost, you know, maybe it's the verb rewind, which trapped me, you know, tricked me into a theory, like really for some seconds, I was like, what? You know, in addition of her quirk, which is like his quirk, she has another quirk, she can rewind time, and in fact, you know what she said also about, I'm gonna let you save me? I was like, she's gonna rewind time to that moment, to that first time that she met Mirio and Dekku. She's gonna rewind time right there and she's gonna let them save her. You know, these two saying these lines, and also how it was happening, the fact that we had the memory during this moment about their meeting and the music came, you know, during that moment, I was like, what? That's it, like really, we're gonna rewind time? And no, for sure, it's not gonna happen, like her quirk, it's not that. And her quirk, in fact, was explained by her granddad. He was truly her granddad. He is truly, he's not dead, her granddad. But you were not her dad at any point. You were not his son at any point. Like really, he put himself, you know, into this group, this Yakuza group, making himself the boss of this group, even if he doesn't share at all the values of this group and of this boss. And he put himself also inside of this family, even if he has no connection with any of them. But no matter what, you're calling that guy dad when truly you didn't respect his values, his orders, all of what he asked you to do and all of what he would have wanted for you. And you're using his granddaughter again and again, making all of these experiences on her as she was growing up, and we saw it into a previous episode. I'm pretty sure that he was killing her and reviving her just to use her again and again. I said what I said, you know, like during one of the scenes, I can't remember at which point, I said it like, you're nothing, in comparison of Dekku, he is nothing overall. He has no real friends, you know, no real group. We saw that these guys, they are not respecting him, they are not following him, you know, because they believed into him or because they appreciate him. Even worse than that, you know, they all hate him and they are all, you know, discussed by him and all, and he really mistreated this group, you know, the values of this group and all of that. So he has no group, no friends, he has no real family, because you're not gonna treat your adoptive daughter like that, for sure. You're not gonna treat your adoptive dad like that, for sure. And you know, like keeping him alive, that guy, the Yakuza boss, I'm really like, why? Why are you keeping him alive and you want to wake him up when all of your plan is gonna be a success? Do you really think that he's gonna be glad, you know, happy about it? He's gonna tell you, ha ha ha, you did a good job, I'm proud of you? No! It's against all of his values. You're using his granddaughter. It's awful. So yes, no friends, no group, no family, and he has no values. Except for the value of money. Like, also that little reveal during this episode about the fact that they wanted to make these drugs to sell them and to make a lot of money. I don't know why. Maybe because I imagine that theory about them using these drugs to take heroes' quirks, you know, and to prove to everyone that heroes, they are nothing, they are weak, and that in fact villains are the best and stuff like that. I really imagine something like that, maybe because it's more what the League of Villains they want to prove. But him overall with this Yakuza group, like clearly he has only money interest into all of that. You know, he was not fighting for a cause or for proving that his group is the best and all. No, only for money. Eri, her quirk was beautiful, you know, that reveal of her quirk. The fact that it's matching so much with Dekku's quirk. The fact that they are using merely escape. Oh, that was so great, so beautiful. And the fact also that during all of the time that Overhaul was saying, Eri, you're hurting people, like, you'll see, you're gonna destroy Dekku, like, he was saying stuff like that when Dekku was only reassuring her, your quirk is going so well with me, like, it's perfect for this moment and all. That was so great. But the fact that he was repeating again and again, I know her, you don't know her, I know her value, you're not. No, you don't know her. The fact that he was using her again and again while she didn't know about her quirk, what her quirk was truly, and she didn't want to use it, she was afraid of it because she was afraid of him and what he could do with it. That girl, in fact, doesn't know herself and doesn't know what her quirk can do because she never truly used it and she doesn't know what she can do, in fact. So right there, she discovered it, using it with Dekku. You didn't know her and her value, not at all. You were using her, and that's why I loved so much the fact that Dekku asked her the question, can I not use you, but it was more like, can I borrow you for this attack, this fight? I love so much that he asked her the question when clearly Overhaul never asked for her opinion. Oh, that was so great. And yes, like, Night Eye saw that. Saw a future in which Dekku would die. And Dekku managed to not die at all. Meaning that the future can change. Meaning that your quirk, Night Eye, it's not so perfect, and for you is truly like that, that's gonna be something, you know. But meaning also that he can be wrong about allmight. Allmight maybe is not gonna die. And also what happened with Eri, her quirk, what it did to Dekku's body. Can it mean that Dekku is back with his body, you know, not being hurt that much like it was before and all? Oh, it would be so great. And can you do the same for Ida, please? Night Eye, you know, is truly hurt right now. And same for Mirio, and no matter what, Mirio lost his quirk. I'm not giving up on the fact that maybe she can give him back his quirk. Not right now, she's just a kid, she can't control her quirk, but maybe at some point. The fact that Ochako, she wouldn't give up, you know, on Dekku, even if Night Eye was saying that it in the end is gonna die. Ochako, she was like, no, we're gonna fight that! It can't be. Toga and the rest of the League of Villains, you know, the two other ones, the copy guy and Twice. I knew that it was not Dekku, you know, at the beginning I was confused. And I really don't think now that Toga, she has Dekku's blood. We didn't see her taking some of his blood. They really used copy guy for that. But still they were right there to see what Dekku did. And that can be bad, you know. What they can do with this information, I don't know, I can imagine that it can be bad. I didn't forget, you know, that Toga said that they would do something which could please Shigaraki. Maybe she was talking about copy guy, calling him so he could help. But at the same time, right there, he helped, in fact, to bring some help to Dekku. Do you understand what I mean? So he helped to have Dekku fighting with Overhaul and winning. That's what you wanted, to have Overhaul being killed and destroyed? I don't know. I'm not sure, you know, that it was truly their purpose right there. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that this episode, you know, was like that, because it was an amazing one, it was beautiful, it was amazing, it was intense, and I'm so proud, I'm so amazed by Dekku, it's so cool. It was full of information, full of reveals, so it's also really cool. But I'm also really glad because this fight ended right there during this episode, so I'm not finishing with a big cliffhanger, so I'm not gonna be, you know, desperate to watch the next one, you know, like it's okay for me to wait for some days to have it. Thank you for that. Okay, it's cool, it's really cool. Tell me, what did you think about this episode the first time that you watched it, you know, about Dekku being so amazing like that suddenly? Were you impressed by it? Like, tell me, really tell me. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.